Alright, let's continue our journey to rank 1. There we go, we got ourselves a game against Silver 2. Fearless Beaver. So, we got some hostiles on the map, which means we have time to build. I really like cleanup crew here. We just want to get rid of coal as quickly as we can. So let's do that.
Moving out.
The question is, do we want 2 here? I think we might, because it could be fun to go for combat drones and keep destroying them. The idea is to keep adding explosives to our enemy's deck without ruining our own deck. Destroying lands puts our opponent in a tight spot on the map, can even take out bases like Nation. Explosives also deny card draw, which is even better, arguably. Meanwhile, we don't want to make our own deck much worse by having lots of combat drones. 2 support is decent, but we don't want any hands with more than 1 combat drone because we won't be able to use all that support. To do all this, we need a second cleanup crew and make sure we can destroy our combat drones often enough. And also, I want to clean up my deck really quickly here. So let's see if that works.
Moving out.
Kind of hoping we would hit 5 energy here so we could buy an oil, but did not work. He's got a refinery. That's fine with me. So now I guess I have to go for a double gas because we need to hit 5 at some point. Getting rid of our coal really quickly here. Yep, this is great. So the only thing I know about his strategy is that he's got refinery, so, and he didn't play it last turn, I think. So let's just disrupt that. There we go, he actually has 3. So there you have it. It's quite tricky to buy a lot of one specific card because you're very vulnerable to disrupt.
Securing area.
Now, looking at his position on the map, I would think he has Diplomat, but I think he's been buying infantry as well. Not the greatest of plays. So we don't like infantry. So that's gone. And I think we need oil now because we want to go Nation and we want to be able to buy combat drones to see if we can nuke him into the Stone Age.
Moving out. Orders received.
He's been wasting attack on this hostiles, so it's good for us. Putting it usually on the 6th land because of nukes and combat drones and all that.
Moving out.
But could put it in another spot. Depends on what you want. So now we gotta see if we can hit 6 here. Should be okay. Our last coal's gonna go soon.
My pleasure.
Yes. That's gone. I think maybe a medic will be good. Because
Help is on the
we can
way.
support our cleanup crews.
Got this.
Keep defending while we wait until we have enough for combat drone.
Target in sight.
I think this is gonna be a fun deck.
You got this.
There we go, we got enough. So do we clean up our infantry? In this case, I don't think so. No, because we want to use our support here. We cannot give away our position on the map. Yeah, and there's a chance we actually have to play a combat drone at some point in the future, and I want to be able to use that support. He's got a lot of refineries. He got an allied assistance. Good card, but yeah, let's just add some explosives to his deck. See what he does there.
Releasing.
All right, he's got a fighter. He's pressuring us a little bit.
This might sting a bit.
There we go. Enough to buy another combat drone. I think we got to do it. There we go. We can destroy one, so it won't bother us. There goes the first one. The power of the combat drone. Could be useful to counterfeit freight ship here.
Progress.
Are we in trouble on the map? I don't think so just yet. Clean this up. Let's see. Don't want him attacking with fighter. Goodbye.
Lock and load.
This is actually a fun, small deck. Centered around buying as many combat drones as we can and removing them again with cleanup crew. Now this works if your opponent is not disrupting you. He's just trying to push his way through, but
You got this.
I don't think that's so smart in this case. Now, this is actually a bit tricky, because if we remove the combat drone, we'll have 2 support and no way of using it. So do we buy a tank? Not so sure, but yeah, I think we got to.
Your orders.
Could even buy another infantry here. Not so sure if that's necessary though. Want to keep our deck small. Let's just see what he's doing. Yeah, he's got a pretty standard deck.
Steam rolling now.
A bit unfortunate here. Would love to buy an allied assistance, just to get a little bit more energy going. Could destroy an infantry here. Lose it now. We have a tank, that's better. Now let's increase our chance of hitting enough for another combat drone. We want to add more explosives. Because he's almost out again.
Clearing skies. Crude but effective.
Do we want to get rid of a gas? One might wonder. Maybe do we want another medic? I think we need another medic.
Engaging.
Just to retain our position on the map. It's a bit of draw. Yeah, he's a pretty basic deck. We might have destroyed his nation with some of the explosives.
We got this one.
He's buying infantry. That's usually not a great idea.
As good as new. I'm gonna patch you up real good.
There we go. Another good attack. Adding in more explosives. And let's just keep his fighters offline. We have another opportunity to destroy the combat drone we just bought. And we'll keep doing that.
Attacking. Making progress.
There we go, it's gone. More medics to support all this.
Thanks.
There we go, another turn in which we can buy a combat drone. I mean, we do have a lot of options. If our combat drone gets disrupted, then of course we have an alternative. We can go pipeline network, for example. Really good card. But we're not doing that right now. We want to buy some more combat drones because it's fun. Now we do have a little bit of excess support here. Not particularly good, but we might be able to fix that with freight ships in the future. Also works with medic. What I'm hoping to do here is consistently buy combat drones and destroy them and destroy his lands. There we go. He gave up. Would love to have finished that, but yeah, he knew what was coming. And with that win, we had enough coin to buy another expansion. I was choosing between these two. We have, on the one hand, Capitalist Greed with Scientist, which is good for making a draw engine. We have Move Fast, destroying bad cards like coal or infantry is really good. And also 3 energy for an action card is really good. But it costs 5, including 2 money, so it's a bit expensive. Then Blockchain, I think, is a bit of a trap. The money and draw looks good, but the 3 production costs can get you into some tight spaces. Then Inventor is my favorite card of this expansion because it's quite versatile. You can add actions for free, which is in a really efficient way to build a combo deck. Units are added directly to your hand and can use the support immediately, so you can also use it for pressure play. And energy upgrades, just solid value overall. More energy, more production is just good in general. And you can even do some neat trickery with cards like free radicals. But I chose the Tactician Toolkit because I think it's a bit more fun. Terrain Study is a cheap draw too. I have to be a bit careful in multiples, but luckily the director gives you the support to play more than one tactical in a turn. You can also go different routes with this, play it like a medic for pressure play or a more combo deck with drawing tacticals. Divide and Conquer is strong, 3 energy for an action card is nice, and then discarding a card is always good. And in the right deck, for instance, with Questionable Deal, you can even discard 2 cards. If you can get this off consistently, then your opponent won't have much to play. Tactical units really strong, can get to 4 attack. And then War Innovations draw 2 is nice, and it also becomes cheaper when you're getting attacked, so you might be able to surprise your enemy by having 3 or 4 of these all of a sudden and winning the game with that. So, Tactician Toolkit it is.